Welcome back. Time for the Morning Rush.
And let's start things off with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. We'll start with the next big weather maker. Still looking at storms and showers out across the eastern side of the state. So for those near the eastern state line, make sure you have that umbrella with you today. Albuquerque and areas off to the west, quiet for today, but we do have a better chance of showers as we get into Tuesday and especially Wednesday too, as those storms get closer to the western state line. Cooler temperatures for everybody. Sarah?
Happening tonight, another public meeting for the proposal of a controversial truck stop in Santa Fe is scheduled to take place. This after plans to build a Flying J truck stop near I-25 and Cerrillos Road still lack the initial approval of Santa Fe County land use officials. Back in July, officials denied the application submitted by developers because of it not meeting county requirements. Project officials are expected to reveal the new plan and a new application to the county and hope for their approval this time around. Crystal?
On to developing news this morning. A suspect is in custody after being shot 3 times during his alleged role in an officer-involved shooting. An investigation is underway after the chaotic scene in Roswell yesterday morning. Officials were pursuing Jose Manuel Diaz Montelongo when they say he fled from them. A witness says that he fired shots at officers as he drove off. Officials say deputies and police returned fire, hitting the suspect possibly 3 times.
Happening right now, police are looking for that man who they say stabbed somebody to death over the weekend. This happened near Coors and Sequoia on Saturday night. APD says Christopher Atencio was found stabbed to death in an apartment complex parking lot. After talking with Atencio's girlfriend, police issued an arrest warrant for 27-year-old Jose Perez.
On to news happening today. The trial is expected to begin for one of the 5 teenagers charged in the death of a local carpenter. Police say Hector Aguirre was run over by the teens as they tried to steal his work van a year ago. He later died from his injuries in the hospital. Xavier Montoya's trial set to begin at 8:30 this morning in district court. We'll let you know what happens.
A man is behind bars this morning accused in a mass shooting at a church outside of Nashville, Tennessee, and 1 person is dead. 7 others are recovering from injuries right now. Yesterday morning, police say that masked man shot a woman dead in the church parking lot, then went inside and opened fire too. Police say he shot 6 people before he was confronted by an usher. Investigators identified the suspect as Emmanuel Sampson, a 25-year-old native of Sudan.
President Trump replacing his expiring travel ban with a new travel ban that changes restrictions and adds 2 more countries. The new rules will affect citizens from Chad, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, Yemen. They were all part of the administration's earlier travel ban. Sudan is now off the list. Now citizens from North Korea and Venezuela have been added to the list. The new ban will go into effect on October 18th.
On to News New this morning. Top Republicans say they're pushing toward a climactic Senate face-off this week over a revised effort to repeal Obamacare. This new version gives Medicaid states additional federal money and also changes wording that would ensure coverage for pre-existing conditions. Moderate Republican Senator Susan Collins all but closed the door on supporting the bill, and conservative Senator Ted Cruz said that right now he doesn't back it.
To follow the latest on the health care push and the new travel ban, our coverage continues on air, online, and on our KRQE News app.
On to news happening today. The former U.S. congressman who pleaded guilty to 1 count of transferring obscene material to a minor is expected to receive his sentence. That charge against Anthony Weiner carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison, but prosecutors are seeking far less, just over 2 years prison time for Weiner. His attorneys are asking for probation.
We did some checking this morning, and supporters of an Albuquerque Circle K employee who was fired for shooting an armed robber have raised $9,000 for her. A GoFundMe account has been created for Jennifer Wirtz after she lost her job of 5 years last week. Since then, donations began pouring in for the mother of 3. Many people have offered their support for the actions that she took that day.
Today, Albuquerque Mayor R.J. Berry is expected to deliver his final State of the City address. It's still unclear exactly what the mayor will discuss, but this comes as the municipal election is just 8 days away. That event set to start at 11:30 today at the Albuquerque Marriott. Kristen?
And starting Thursday, prescribed burns in the Santa Fe National Forest could lead to a smoky sky for people in northeastern New Mexico. Fire managers are planning to burn as much as 150 acres per day to reduce the risk of wildfires. Smoke could affect surrounding areas in the coming days and weeks. That brings us to the Metro Threat Index. Today, the winds will be pretty low for most of the day. It's overnight that we're going to get those strong gusty winds here in the metro area. So Metro Threat Index at a 0. I'm not seeing any storms until tomorrow. Our temperatures nothing to worry about either. We'll be in the mid-70s today, although cooler temperatures by Wednesday. Crystal?
It's just barely fall. We're just a few days in, but skiers are already hitting the slopes in Colorado. Silverton Mountain, about 50 miles north of Durango, is one of Colorado's highest elevation ski areas. Yesterday, it had enough powder for eager ski and snowboard patrollers to take their first turn of the season. The start date for Silverton's ski season is not set until December. They say that could move up, though.
Northwest Albuquerque Community Center now bears the name of local boxing legend Johnny Tapia, who died back in 2012. Over the weekend, the Wells Park Community Center was officially renamed the Johnny Tapia Community Center at Wells Park. That's where he spent hours upon hours growing up and where he later became a recreation leader.
Time now for a check on traffic. Now, there's a couple incidents out there. We do have, let me pull this up real quick. Osuna is closed between 2nd and Edith. Police have the roadway closed in both directions. And we just got word that Sandia Prep is on lockdown. So we'll continue to monitor that situation. Also, this is the last week of construction that has 1st Street closed from Copper to Central. Your alternate routes there would be Broadway or 2nd Street.
Here's some new facts for you this morning. A new American Academy of Pediatrics report details how to prevent and treat infectious diseases that can spread in close contact sports that do include football and wrestling. Experts say student athletes need to learn proper personal hygiene and never share personal items like water bottles or towels.
A new ranking from J.D. Power outlines the top large airports. John Wayne Airport in Orange County topped the list. LaGuardia in New York City ranked last out of 21 airports. As for the Sunport here in Albuquerque, it ranked 13th out of the 22 airports in the medium airport ranking.
Right now, Walmart testing a big upgrade to its delivery service. The company is bringing the convenience of shopping right to your door. The mega retailer is testing a new service with people who have internet-connected locks that would allow a delivery person inside their front door. If you're not home, employees will just drop off your packages, even put your groceries in the fridge for you.
How about that? Meanwhile, Amazon may soon be delivering fast food to your door. The online retail giant's teaming up with Olo. It's a company that creates delivery apps for Chipotle, Shake Shack, and Chili's. Amazon says the partnership will give Prime members more options for fast delivery from their favorite brands of food.
Nice.
Ah, yes.
Game changer. All right, time now for the 5 facts.
Starting at number 5, a unique World War II era steam locomotive is nearing a full restoration, and it's thanks to a project nearly 2 decades in the making. The Santa Fe 2926 once traveled through Albuquerque and was housed at Coronado Park. If all goes as planned, the train begins carrying 400 to 500 passengers on excursions from Albuquerque next year.
Pretty cool. Number 4 now, a newly released report on crime at UNM shows burglaries at the school are down, but auto thefts are on the rise. Last year, more than 140 vehicles were stolen or attempted stolen on campus. The year before that, the number was around 90. Dating violence incidents, referring to more casual, shorter-term relationships, more than quadrupled. The number of sexual assaults, I should say, reported in 2015 to last year remained about the same at 14. If you want to see the full report, go to our website, KRQE.com.
And number 3, high temperatures in the mid-70s here in the metro underneath that mostly sunny sky. Gusty winds come in overnight. Still looking at spotty to scattered storms across the eastern plains today, and those rain chances expand across the state through Wednesday.
Number 2, there are a lot of people talking about NFL players and President Trump this morning after members of every pro football team participated in some sort of protest for the national anthem on Sunday. For the first time, many owners and coaches joined players in kneeling, sitting, or locking arms. This follows President Trump's speech on Friday, where he suggested that if a player refuses to stand during the anthem, an owner should, quote, get that SOB off the field. President Trump also suggested that fans should consider boycotting games.
And number 1, the trial for a teen facing first-degree murder charges in the death of Manzano High School student Jaden Chavez Silver is expected to begin this morning. Police say Isaias Madrid is one of the teens suspected of shooting at the home where Chavez Silver was hanging out with friends. In January, Madrid took a plea deal in another case where he killed a man over a game of beer pong in the South Valley. A judge gave him a 16-year prison sentence. His trial for Chavez Silver's death is set to begin at 9 a.m. this morning.